Hi everybody, this is David Snyder. I'm with the Prescott Sunrise Lions, and welcome to the Prescott Sunrise Lions show presented by the Prescott Media Center at Prescott Armory. I am a CPA, MBA, EA at David A. Snyder CPA. I'm a member of the Prescott Sunrise Lions Club. Please go to the PrescottSunriseLionsClub.org to see the projects we participate in, and come to our meeting every Thursday at 7 a.m. at Waffles and More. Great breakfast too. So we got a bunch of gregarious people in our club, and they go out and they serve the community. We have finished tax credit season. We're going to start 2019 tax credit season. So take advantage of these credits to eliminate your Arizona tax burden and help the wonderful nonprofits of the area. 2019 school tuition tax credit is $2,269. Married filing jointly, $1,135 for single and other statuses. Public schools, $400 married filing jointly, $200 other statuses. Foster care is still $1,000, $500 other statuses. Charitable organization tax credit, that's the one we're doing. Used to be called the working poor tax credit. It's still $800 married filing jointly, 400 other statuses, and you can participate probably until August in the Arizona Military Family Relief Fund tax credit, which is $400 married filing jointly, and 200 other statuses. And remember that has to be done really quick because it has a cap of $1 million, the Arizona Military Family Relief Fund. And it has a cap of $1 million, and they reached that in August last year. And the money that I sent in August was not accepted because they had reached their cap already. It used to be October, November that it took. You can do it through 12/31 to December 31st, but in this case you can't. Okay, you have to do it early. 400, 200 for that one, and really that's an important one too because there's a lot of soldiers out there, a lot of Marines, a lot of military personnel that are overseas, and their family needs a little help. So, speaking of the military, we're filming this on D-Day plus 75 years, and I've been to the Normandy beaches, and it really was a significant part of my life. The 12 hours I was in and out of there. I took a bus trip all the way from Paris to be at the Omaha and Utah beaches, as well as Pointe du Hoc, as well as the American Cemetery there. It was a really solemn occasion, even though it rained, and it was sunny. So, and I was at the that's when I was at the cemetery. So I just want to recognize that. It's very important to me. But utilize these tax credits so you don't have to spend money on things that you don't want to spend money on. You spend the money on things that are helpful to this community and Arizona communities around here, and it really helps the communities. So the results of the Prescott Sunrise Lions this year is $180,326, which is in tax credit money for 2018. Remember, that goes through April 15th of 2019, so that's why it took a while to reconcile. This was up from $148,000 last year, so another $32,000 this year in the community that really goes to helping the people in the community. The majority of our tax credits run through to filing organizations that we are in the process of painting. In fact, I dated them June 6, 2019, because that's important to me. Okay? The Del Webb Family Enrichment Center received $26,192. The Hungry Kids Project received $21,699. Leader Dogs for the Blind received $7,043. Canine Companions, which is for other than blind people, it's a lot of PTSD in there. Canine Companions was $5,651. Prescott Area Shelter Services, I visited them about a month ago, was $5,593. YEI, Yavapai Exceptional Industries, was $10,533. Yavapai Food Bank was $6,493. There are many other smaller amounts going out to the other organizations that are in need of these contributions, including Agape House, Boys to Men, Camp Tati, which is a camp for disabled kids, and Coats for Kids, Discovery Gardens Preschool, Fair Start Backpacks, school nurse programs, Yavapai Advocacy Center, and a few others. Please go to our website, PrescottSunriseLionsClub.org, to see all the programs we support. Now, our guest today is Damon Olsen, the Executive Director of the James Family YMCA of Prescott. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Good to be here, Dave.
All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What brought you here to the area?
Let's see. This is my 26th year as being a YMCA professional. So originally started in Southern California, in Whittier, California. Went from there to Phoenix. Was in Phoenix for 10 years, and I've been here the last 8. So I'm a YMCA professional and really enjoy the community.
Okay. Yeah. So tell us a little bit more. You really like the community.
I love the community. Yeah, well, there's wonderful things to do in the community, but the community, as you just rattled off a list of the organizations that you've helped, it takes a village to take care of kids and families, and I think this community does a great job of doing that. And with the help of you guys, the tax credit program and other fundraising programs that lots of nonprofits have, we're able to take care of things that the government doesn't take care of, or we don't want the government to take care of.
Pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything. So we can do that. Boys and Girls Club is a good example. The YMCA is a great example. We relieve the burden of government. So if we had to give the government all this money to do it, there's no way that they could do it as efficient as we do.
Absolutely.
Because we run it a lot more efficiently than they do, and we're able to take the money that we raise as well as the money that's given by tax credits and folks that give tax credit wise, and we join those monies together, and we can deliver services to a lot more kids and families as opposed to just not as many. So it's a wonderful place to be. The weather obviously is fantastic. The allergies are a little but
I have a little bit of that today. Yeah. Myself.
The wind's always blowing in Prescott. But people are giving. And I think people come here because Prescott is not it's off the beaten path. It's not like it's right off of I-17. You have to truly want to get to Prescott.
Yeah,
you don't
absolutely.
stumble on it. People want to be here. So when you want to be here and you want to be in a place where there's a sense of community, I think there's a purpose. People come here with more of that purpose as opposed to just, I just want to be here, do my little thing, and then I'll get out of here. So I think people are here for mostly all of the right reasons. So it's been a wonderful ride for me. I've been here for 8 years, almost 9. And the YMCA is just a gem of a community resource. You know, we have all the different programs really under one roof, but a lot of the scholarship money that we give out through the tax credit program and the money that we raise goes to the kids. So kids that, you know, some kids will qualify for state assistance and a lot of that money from the state, but that state pool of money is shrinking. And the gap in between those that don't necessarily qualify for it but still don't have enough money to really pay the fees, that's the money that we use from the tax credit and from the money that we raise through our annual campaign. That's what that money addresses. So again, we can serve a lot more kids, and in our after-school day camp program right now, we've got 105 to 130 kids every day, and the kids are either playing in the field, they're learning leadership skills, they're learning how to swim, they're playing in the gymnastics area, so they're getting a well-rounded experience when they're there and in a wonderful facility. And then,
they doing any land nat?
We're working on stuff like that. We have they're decorating rocks and they're kind of putting them all over the property and kind of finding out, not necessarily geocaching, but we'll start to do a little bit of that on our property because it's pretty cool. But then we have a preschool. Our preschool we're right on the cusp of being a 4-star rated preschool. And so with those additional dollars, we can help the kids that really will get a quality experience in what we're offering. Then we have swim lessons. We're the largest provider of swim lessons in the area. We've provided more swim lessons in Yavapai County than anybody else.
That's where I learned how to swim myself.
Absolutely. So we don't want to have, and now obviously there's not as many pools as there are down at Phoenix, but we do not want to have one child drown in Yavapai County if we can help it. So kids start.
Or anything else?
No, yeah, kids start with the Mommy and Me program, 6 months and up, and then they graduate and they'll go through a whole different set of curriculum and learn how to swim. And so our goal is to get kids swim ready or water safe. Here's just a quick story. We have a child that we taught swimming lessons, and he was doing a wonderful job. Mom and Dad were kind of, we think he's kind of water safe, but we don't know. And so, long story short, is they took a trip to Phoenix to visit family,
Yeah.
and they had a pool.
Uh-huh.
And so, Mom and Dad were inside the house, and there were some adults outside. But out of the corner of this child's eye, the kid jumped in the water. And so, Mom and Dad rushed out there like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going." And he was in there, and he was water safe, and he was swimming.
Yeah.
So they came back to us and said, "Thank you for all that you do, because it's so scary." You know, I've lived in Phoenix for 9 years, and we didn't have a pool in our backyard just because it's scary if somebody goes out and falls in your pool. We had a community pool, and obviously I work for the Y, so we have access to water anytime we want to have it. But the last thing you want to do is have your child go to a party or whatever, and let's say there was an adult out there, responsible adult, jumps in the water. They need to be water safe.
Mm-hmm.
So in that particular experience, that child did not drown. He learned how to swim. He was water safe, and that's a life saved.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really the joy of doing this kind of work. And so we have the pool program, the aquatics program. We have gymnastics programming. These kids compete on a national level. But the programs aren't designed to be win at all costs. You know, it's more about caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility, and being a good citizen, and winning the right way, and learning how to win, and being gracious when you're competing. So all of these programs, we try to infuse caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility in it, and you know, it's been a joy doing it.
I really appreciate that. Tell us a little bit about the history of the James Family YMCA.
So the James Family Prescott YMCA was incorporated actually in 1974.
I was 4.
It is 1974, yeah. So it's been 45 years this year. Way back when, though, it's an interesting story. Way back when, in 1906, there was an effort to start a Y. Or not 1906, 1912, to start a Y. And so they got together a bunch of folks from the local community, and I think the membership dues at the time were $3 a year, and they couldn't find enough interest to do it. So and they also had, interestingly enough, there was a $60,000 match gift to build the facility or start the program
in 1912.
In 1912. So what's like
You
one
can make a mansion there.
I was gonna say. So in today's dollars, that's like $1 million or whatever it is. So they couldn't get to the $60,000. The folks that kind of started it kind of went away, and then later on, a group called the Yavapai YCYC, it was Yavapai Youth Center, for lack of a better term. So a guy came in, he started it, he built a pool, and they did some community programming for youth. And it was a local operation, and as the years went on, about 1972 or 73, the board members said, "Hey, you know what, we really want a program that has more of a national feel to it. We want a program that has a national reach, but we can do things locally. We want to be aligned with an organization that does that, what's out there." And so some of those board members at the time were familiar with the YMCA, and so the board members got together and they decided to join along with the YMCA. And so in 1974, the YMCA, Prescott YMCA, was incorporated.
Okay.
In 1990 to 95, there was a fundraising effort to build the YMCA that most people in town see today. The main facility was built in 96. Opened in 97, and it's the James Family Prescott YMCA because the James family was the major donor to the effort, along with several others. And we've been providing programming in all sizes, shapes, and forms since then. And the Y is a wonderful organization because we really exist to fill community needs. So way back when, there was a need for organized swim lessons. So the YMCA came in and we organized swim lessons. And then there was a need as the YMCA got involved in health and fitness programming, so we got involved in health and fitness programming. And YMCA, way back when, invented basketball. So we had basketball program and other programs.
Yeah, he was at the YMCA, wasn't he?
It was Dr. James Naismith. He was at the YMCA. So the YMCA has been involved in a lot of, when I do my presentations, it's funny because I say, we're great innovators. We've started programs like basketball. We started volleyball. We started racquetball. The Toastmasters originally met at a YMCA.
I did 2 years of Toastmasters in Texas.
See, there you go. Father's Day
Went
was
from
kind of founded
terrible
at
to
the
average.
See, and you're still working on it now.
Yeah, I'm
That's
still
good,
working
Dave.
on it now.
So we're great at innovation. We're poor at trademarking. So if we had a sliver of an ounce of what
Same
the
with
NBA
lines. Same with lines.
So we're benevolent, we give everything away. But
Yeah.
it's for the betterment of the community, and the community is a better place because of what we do.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the history of the Prescott. And, you know, we've had additions to the building in 2009. We have the field, field that's right next to it. It used to be kind of an old baseball field, and we took that over, and we kind of turned that thing around. And we just had a lot of people that care about the Y, care about the community, and see the YMCA as an asset that is here for the betterment of the community. And quality of life is a big important thing in Prescott, and I think the YMCA adds to the quality of life in Prescott. So much so that other communities around us are calling us saying, "Hey, how can we get a YMCA in our community?" And so we tell them we'd love to have a YMCA in every community, especially, you know, Prescott Valley is a growing community right now. They're doing a lot of things are happening out there right now.
Yeah, they're actually bigger than Prescott right now.
They are.
In terms of population.
And so we've been meeting with some folks out there because YMCA's are not. We have a YMCA of the USA, and what they are is kind of a support organization for us. Yeah. They give us the support. They don't have millions of dollars and say, guess what? On street corner ABC in Prescott Valley would be a great place for a Y. Here's a whole chunk of money. Why don't you go put one there? It doesn't work that way. So we have to.
Communities
absolutely. Local communities build Ys.
Initiate it.
Absolutely. So we've had some discussions with the Fame family out there to see if we can have a Y, and if that's successful, then it's about raising money and, you know, seeing what the community can come together and do, and then after it's built, support.
They have some land on Glassford Hill there.
They do.
They
have a lot of land everywhere.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying there's some land there that
yes.
Even if they don't own it, somebody does.
Yes. The Fane family is a great family. They're very benevolent. Yeah. They've done a lot of wonderful things.
Absolutely.
And we're confident that they're gonna help out.
And actually, there's that extension they're going to try to build to Chino, I think, off of Glassford.
Yes.
That they could probably put a Y there.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of different factors that go into, you know, location and not water, but parking and traffic and all this other stuff.
Absolutely.
In fact, we just had a study done, and we were testing 3 areas. One in Prescott Valley, that's Glassford Hill and Longlook, which is essentially across the way from the high school. And then the James family has donated some land out at Deepwell Ranch, in the Deepwell Ranch development that's just north of Pioneer Parkway.
Okay.
And then there is some land.
That would be 2 in Prescott.
That'd be a little further east. And so the study kind of came back and says, well, we're not necessarily sure that the northern part of Prescott's quite ready yet, even though there's develop happening now. There's not enough development to support it, because you'd have to support 2. There is enough people in Prescott Valley to support it right now. So the next step in that study is to do a little deeper dive to the citizens and say, if we built a YMCA and had these programs and we had memberships at this price point, would you be a member? Just to kind of gauge the interest.
Yes.
And then after that, it would kind of go into what's called the capital feasibility study, where we'd go out and ask, okay, if we built a Y, would you consider giving a large gift or using your influence to help others get along and build a Y? And so from there, you would kind of get an idea of, are people willing to pay for a YMCA? Is there enough people out there and money to support the building of a YMCA? And so from those answers, we can decide, okay, well, the community wants this. They want 70,000 square feet, all the bells and whistles, but we can afford this. So how do we try to meet in the middle if possible?
Yeah.
And that is a journey that I've been through. That is an interesting journey, full of lots of highs and sometimes lows. But if you were to leave a legacy and leaving a YMCA to a community that is a better place where kids can go and adults can go. I mean, we service people from the womb to the tomb, and everybody in between. So, and that's the YMCA jargon that's really used everywhere.
Really?
That's it.
Womb to the tomb.
The womb to the tomb. That's right. Prenatal water programs all the way to
Absolutely.
at the very end,
Yeah.
and everything in between. So it's a wonderful treasure to leave in a community. I've done that once down in Mesa, and but the people support it. People build it. People support it. We're professionals. We run it using best YMCA practices that have been around for a long time, and that's kind of how things get started.
That sounds great. All right, so we were talking about tax credits earlier. The Prescott Sunrise Lions Club has contributed $18,456 to the YMCA for scholarships for kids for the 2018 tax credit year through April 15, 2019. And you talked about where the scholarships are applied. This show the big check. The big check. Yay! There it is.
Thank you.
And Damon has an actual check that he can actually cash.
Can't take that one to the bank.
Yeah, you can't take that one to the bank. All right, so I just wanted to show that off. That's a great contribution. I think we've been doing that for 2 years.
I think it's 2 years now.
Yeah,
I think
this is
last
the
year.
second year.
Yeah, last year I think we were at 9,000 maybe.
I'm not sure, but it was less.
It was less.
A lot less.
It was a lot less.
You're about third or fourth of our You're about third. You're third.
We're happy. We're thankful.
Yeah,
That's what we are.
That's great. That's great. Now, do you work? You guys work with you mentioned the Boys and Girls Club. You mentioned a few other. Do you work with them?
Well,
I mean, in terms of you guys have a daycare
Yeah,
program.
we have.
They have a daycare program.
No, they can. We have a licensed child care program. They have an unlicensed child care program. Pick whichever. They're both good. They operate theirs a little bit differently than we do, and so the interesting thing is, the good thing is that we're all serving kids. So if sometimes we can't serve X amount of kids, they can serve X amount of kids, or vice versa. We can serve those kids. Some of those kids aren't necessarily in our programs, but they come to our pool for swim lessons.
Okay.
So we partner a lot with the schools. So we have a great partnership with the schools because
PUSD mainly?
Yeah, PUSD mainly, and that is specifically because the Prescott High School swim team swims at our pool.
Okay. Well, they're just right there.
Well, they're right down the street, or just walk down the street. So what we do is we utilize PUSD or gymnasiums to run our basketball programs. So at the end of the day, Joe and I sit down and meet. And at
Joe Howard,
the superintendent, and there's a zero-sum gain. I mean, we calculate how many hours we do swim lessons, we do parties, we do X amount of things for the schools. We let them use our pool. They let us use gym space, and at the end of the day, we usually come somewhere within a couple of $100.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, we're good. We're all serving kids.
Yeah.
So that's a wonderful thing to do, to partner with them, because we each bring something to the table. They bring facilities, we have facilities. We're all serving kids,
Yes.
and we're able to make it work. So that's probably our biggest partnership that we have right now.
Okay. Any other big partnerships you want to mention?
We do the annual Whiskey Row Marathon. So we partner with the county, and the county allows us to use the courthouse, and we do our run there. With a good opportunity for the people in Prescott to stay healthy, working out and building to a goal of either doing a full marathon, which is very taxing, 26 miles, starting at 5,400.
You done it?
No. I've driven it. It's still long driving it. There's the half marathon, there's the 10K, and there's a 2-mile fun run. We're thinking about doing a 5K this coming year, too.
I could probably do a 5K now.
Yeah.
I don't run anymore.
Yeah, running. It's a lot of wear and tear sometimes, but so we do that. We work
my
with
body in the military. I'm not doing that anymore.
You're good.
I'm good. I probably run more than
I
anybody.
played college football,
Yeah.
and I did so many
too.
power cleans and jerks and all those things, and I'm like, I'm never doing that again. I still work out, but I won't do that.
Yeah. I don't squat anymore either.
No. No, we teach kids how to swim at all the area schools, not just PUSD, but we have after-hour swim parties for local camps. As you know, there's a ton of local camps up in the
yeah.
area, and they come down and utilize our pool. We do trainings. We have CPR and first aid that we offer the community too. So it's just a wonderful community center, and people that can come by and get stuff done.
Yeah, that's great. Any future projects?
Well, the ones I was talking to you about,
You're
Prescott Valley.
You're pushing for Prescott
Prescott Valley. Well,
Any other
when we do
projects besides that?
Well, when we do the research, Prescott Valley looks like it's ready. It's ready for a Y. And on our campus alone, we may be looking at renovating our preschool. That may be something that's coming up as well. But our facility's 20 years, almost 20 years right now. 20 some years out right now.
22,
So we're doing a little bit of fix this, a little bit of fix that. We renovated our lobby a couple of years ago. We completely redid the pool in 2012, right after I got here. So it's constant. It's constant. But
I swim all the time. I love swimming. I do a lot of hiking, and
Good.
So I do work out.
with your boots,
yeah,
hiking with your boots,
Yeah,
army boots.
yeah. Well,
Good for you.
it used to have these little black jungle boots
Yeah.
that I used to utilize, but I can't. I don't know. They disappeared. So yeah, that's great. So how can the viewers donate to the YMCA?
They can go directly to our website at PrescottYMCA.org. There's a donate button that'll direct you to the giving, and also has the Arizona tax credit information on there as well. You can come down to the Y. We're at 750 Whipple Street in Prescott, right in between the high school and the hospital. We're right there. You can call us at 928-445-7221. If you have specific things like wills and bequests and all those other things, we have some people that can answer those questions as well.
Legacy donations.
Legacy donations.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, that's how they can do it.
Yeah, or you can do it through the Prescott Sunrise Lions Club
Absolutely.
at P.O. Box 985, Prescott, Arizona 86302, like many of you did this year, including
Yes.
$18,462. All right, that was excellent. So those are the results of your efforts. So I'm going to go to the conclusion now.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We are the Prescott Sunrise Lions Club, and would like to invite you to our club meeting, which is held at Waffles and More at 7 a.m. every Thursday. You will find the club is friendly and fun, but also very engaged in the Prescott and Prescott Valley communities. We joke and laugh and fully understand our purpose in the community, which is we serve. That is the Lions Club International motto, we serve. Just pretty simple. If you want to be part of such a group, then become a member of the club, Prescott Sunrise Lions Club. And there's other Lions Clubs in the area. There's an evening club, there's a noon club, there's one in PV. So, and now we're trying to start back up the one at Embry-Riddle. So come see us. Come see us. Waffles and More, 7 a.m. every Thursday. I want to thank the Prescott Media Center, Jim and Emma, and now John, for helping us with this program today. And thank you again, Damon Olsen.
Thanks for having me, Dave.
Director of the James Family YMCA Prescott, for joining us and talking about a great service to the children of our community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave. Proud to be here.